part of what we did as part of that process was to identify those big sort of global ideas. What do you want this building to achieve? And we knew that we wanted it to be an identifiable front door for the campus. We've all heard for years and years that people have trouble navigating the campus or figuring out where you enter the campus unless you're familiar with it. So we wanted it to be a front door. We wanted the building to be as green and sustainable as we could afford to make it. We wanted there to be lots of light and air. We wanted it to feel open. We wanted it to be very welcoming to our very diverse student body. So there were a lot of big key concepts that we were trying to incorporate into the planning.
Well, good afternoon again. My name is Tom Ramage. I serve as the president of this fine institution, and it's my pleasure to welcome you here today. The planning has ended. The construction is over, and the wait is finally done. So today, you're in a facility that our Parkland College community has sorely needed, dreamt of, and sought to make a reality for more than 2 decades. The Parkland College Student Union, our beautiful new front door to our campus, would not have been possible without the foresight of our trustees, former administrators, and the unfailing support of the residents of District 505. Funding assistance from the state of Illinois, and certainly the hard work and dedication of Parkland's faculty and staff. So words are inadequate to thank so many people for what has truly been a community-wide labor of love. As far back as the early 1990s, then President Zelima Harris, Executive Vice President Dale Ewan, and Vice President for Student Services Carol Steinman were working with staff on a programmatic concept for a student services center. And although all 3 of those individuals retired long before they could enjoy this new facility, these leaders deserve and have Parkland's deepest gratitude for their vision and initiative and initiation of state funding to help make this project a reality. So a little more than a decade after their work, the state of Illinois was able to release matching capital funds to begin the Student Services Center construction. Our sincere thanks goes to several Illinois leaders who stood by us and supported us every step of the way, and those include Senators Mike Frerichs, and with us today, Senator Chapin Rose, who was then Representative Rose. The state funding, coupled with funding from bond sales from our very own responsive district, allowed us to execute a campus master plan for construction and remodeling that our Board of Trustees outlined in 2007. Planning and funding alone, however, are insufficient. We also needed people with vision, planning, and logistical talents to ensure that we created a structure that would truly serve the needs of this community for decades to come. So I want to thank 2 of our most dedicated colleagues that were charged with making this vision a reality. The first is Dr. Linda Moore, Vice President for Student Services, who you'll hear from in a minute, and I think her husband Mickey is here somewhere, probably in the back. And the second is our physical plant director, Mr. Jim Bustard, who's probably in the back somewhere as well. Jim, if you put, there he is, right back there, and his wife Leanne is with him today. I think both of those spouses know how many hours and how many headaches and how many fires were put out by both of those individuals. So thank you very much. Maybe we should clap for you at this point, huh? So I'm certain that nobody feels or deserves to feel as proud of this impressive state-of-the-art structure as certainly the 2 of you do today. So since 2007, our master plan implementation has led to the opening of several new campus buildings, including the Diesel Technology Addition to the Tony Knoll Center, the Park Hill Applied Technology Center, the Fitness Center addition to the Donald C. Dodds Athletic Complex, and in addition, we've remodeled and renovated most of the wings in this fine institution, replacing roofs, upgrading infrastructure, technology, carpeting, lights, trim, and even signs. And this fall, we'll celebrate our student union opening. We'll also be looking forward to the opening of the Art and Theater Complex, which are just finishing up on the west side of campus. And then we'll begin the long process of backfilling all those recently vacated spaces that will support classrooms and labs for our growing student population. Our student union shines as an example of what's best about Parkland College and its mission. We engage the community in the process of learning and help our students succeed both academically and as citizens of our society. In fact, today's occasion provides a very fitting platform for me to make an exciting announcement. that will affect the lives of our students that are in greatest need of the support services that we offer. And I'll make that announcement in just a few minutes, but first I want to let others have a few words. This is sort of a tease. So it's my pleasure to welcome to the podium a few very special guests that will help us celebrate this occasion today. And I'll begin with the chairman of the Parkland College Board of Trustees, Dr. Tom Bennett from Gibson City. Dr. Bennett.
Thank you, Dr. Ramage. It really is a great afternoon, is it not? Is it not? Absolutely. Absolutely. To my fellow board members and administrators, our distinguished guests and students and faculty and staff, and to ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Parkland College Board of Trustees, it's my privilege and honor to welcome you to the ribbon-cutting ceremony of the Parkland Student Union. Today's event celebrates the opening of a long-awaited and important building within the Parkland College infrastructure. I'm happy to see you out this afternoon for a very special occasion. Parkland's new student union symbolizes the culmination of the board's vision to provide adequate space for expanding program enrollments at our campus. This vision, as outlined in our 2007 master plan for campus development, also sought to correct the assessed deficits in our student services, administrative, dining, lounge, and group meeting spaces. The trustees recognized back then, even as we do today, that student space is just as important as academic space, and so we have stood firmly behind the concept of giving our students that quality elbow room as they learn within our walls. The board extends congratulations and thanks to Dr. Tom Ramage and his team of administrators for bringing all of that foresight and careful planning to a conclusion with this well-designed facility, the most visible portion of our plan today. We'd also like to thank our state and local governments as well as the residents of District 505 for their tremendous support in ensuring that excellent technical and occupational training and academic instruction remain the vital hallmarks of Parkland College. In conclusion, it's our hope that starting today and for years to come, prospective Parkland students will come to look to these front doors here as symbols of a promise-filled future for themselves and, yes, for their families. I'm pleased at this time to introduce the other Parkland trustees who are present today. Jim Ayers, Jim, Dana Trimble, Greg Knott, thank you, Bonnie Kelly, and our student trustee, James Tinsley. So again, thank you very much.
Good afternoon. My name is Jim Underwood. I'm the Executive Director of the Illinois Capital Development Board, and it's a great pleasure to be back here today representing Governor Quinn for the dedication of the new Parkland Student Services Center. As we celebrate this event, it's important to remember that part of what made this possible today started in 2009. With no public works construction program in Illinois for nearly 10 years, much of our state's infrastructure crumbling, Governor Quinn and state legislators like Senator Rose enacted the Illinois Jobs Now program. This was a long overdue $31 billion package of critical public and construction infrastructure projects across the state. The $15.4 million in state funding for this project and the $9.2 million in funding for the Applied Technology Center, previously finished, would not have been available without their leadership, so I think we owe them another round of applause. A great team was assembled for this project, led by design firm Perkins & Will, along with IGW, their associate architects, TGRWA for structural engineering, ECS, engineering concept solutions for the mechanical, electrical, and plumbing design, Clark Dietz for civil engineering, Sena Little International for food services design. Our general contractor was Petker Construction with their subs, Extreme Mechanical for the plumbing, Davis Hauk for heating, A&R Mechanical for ventilating, Prairie Fire for the sprinkler work, and Bodine Electric for the electrical work. I'd like to recognize some of our CDB staff that are with us here today. Our Chief of Staff, Marva Boyd. If you guys could just raise your hands there. Deputy Directors Josh Weger and Mike Wilson. Assistant Deputy Director Keith Haynes. and our project manager, Tim Patrick, who spent many, many hours over here, oversaw this project with much help and coordination from Parkland's Jim Bustard. So let's give the whole construction and design team a round of applause. This 100,000 square foot addition not only provides students a better environment to enroll for their future, but provides the college with a beautiful new front door, an entrance clad with titanium that stands out from the rest of the campus, welcoming all to Parkland. In addition to all the new accommodations, the 3 new connecting corridors allow faculty and students indoor connectivity to the existing campus, making travels more environmentally friendly. And speaking of environmentally friendly, this project was designed and constructed to the U.S. Green Building Council's LEED Silver certification in terms of sustainability and energy efficiency, saving energy costs for many years to come. And as you can see, it takes skill and craftsmanship to build it right. I'd like to recognize the men and women of the East Central Illinois building and construction trades who worked on this project many, many hours. I'd like to thank Council President Matt Langendorf, who's with us here today, and I'd like to thank the other trade representatives and their members for the craftsmanship they provided. I think it's very evident that the skills they learned through their own apprenticeship and journeyman educational training were used here to build a world-class facility to continue Parkland's mission to provide a world-class college education. As a building trades member myself, I know the importance a project like this brings to the area. Public works construction have a substantial economic impact. According to the Associated General Contractors, every $1 million in construction work creates 9 construction jobs and 19 indirect and induced jobs, making public construction one of the most impactful economic stimulus tools available. The Capital Development Board has completed 573 projects since Governor Quinn's capital bill was passed in 2009. $1.2 billion has been invested in universities and community colleges, and $1.3 billion has been invested in K-12 and early childhood grants. As this project closes out, the Capital Development Board has 318 other additional projects in construction and design across the state, continuing Governor Quinn's commitment to move Illinois forward and provide the opportunities needed to educate, train, and employ our next generation. In closing, the Capital Development Board congratulates Parkland on this much-needed addition to your campus. We're extremely proud to be part of this effort to provide students the type of facility they need to succeed. We are extremely proud of the great partnership we've had with Parkland and look forward to hopefully working on many more projects in the future. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Karen Hunter Anderson. I'm the Executive Director of the Illinois Community College Board. And I'm here to tell you that Illinois has the best community college system in the world. And certainly one of our shining stars is Parkland College. And one reason for that is their focus on the students. A perfect example of that is this building. The vision for a one-stop shop for students is applaudable. And it's something that a lot of colleges and universities across the country do not have. You can see when you walk into this building that all the way from the building design and the architecture to the location, Parkland College had students in mind. It shows everywhere. So if it's a student who is looking for career advice, career counseling, academic advising, financial aid information, I think even massage, you can get it here. And it's all in one place. And it all has the student in mind. This student center, the student union, provides critical support to all those students at Parkland College. Again, whether they are seeking a course for personal development, whether they're looking for new and better job opportunities, whether they're seeking a transfer degree, a job-related degree, or a certificate, or just trying to improve their skills. Whether they're looking to get a GED, whether they're looking for to improve their English, regardless of what their needs are, their academic needs, they'll find it here at Parkland College. And this student union has now become the hub of that. The excellent leadership at Parkland College has ensured that this building will provide all of the needs to a very diverse population, student population. Parkland College has a huge impact on its community and a huge economic impact, not only through the building, through its employment opportunities, through the growth that it provides its students, but more important than that economic impact is the impact that it has on each and every student that walks through these doors. So I am very proud to be a part of this ceremony, and I congratulate everyone here at Parkland College, especially those who have been involved in that, from the faculty and staff to the administrators to the leadership of Dr. Ramage to the board of trustees and especially to the students who have been a part of that and will be a part of this opportunity in years to come. So thank you very much and congratulations to all. And I will now turn this over to Senator Rose.
Congratulations, Parkland. This is absolutely wonderful. As a former student here, when I looked around and I got the materials and it said we're going to put student services in a logical proximity to each other so that students don't have to go here beyond and yonder to hit this building after that building, after this office, after that office. I thought, wow, we are finally here. 8,000 plus students, $28 million project, of which 15 of it came from the state, providing all kinds of services. Everything from the importance of serving our student veterans to the equally as important TRIO program that helps non-traditional students get back to school, achieve greatly, get that job that they're looking for. The facility, of course, is LEED certified. What a wonderful, wonderful facility. And if we were all standing here looking around as opposed to paying attention to the previous speakers, it's because of how beautiful it is. And I think we're all standing here just kind of somewhat in awe. We have no idea what these folks up here are doing, but I'd like to wave at them. There you go. That must be the place for the quiet study that they've told me about. In any event, congratulations. On behalf of your Champaign County legislative team, myself, Senator Frerichs, Representative Jacobson, Representative Hayes, Representative Mitchell, Representative Brown, we appreciate what Parkland has done with this facility, but more importantly, we appreciate what Parkland has done for our community and frankly for our entire region. We realize what a big area you serve, well beyond just the county we're standing in right now. And as my friend Bill Black used to say, community college system is the light cavalry of higher education. There is nobody that does the job of getting people to work at higher than a minimum wage, at a good job with benefits, in a cheaper, more efficient, quicker manner than our community colleges do, and Parkland certainly leads that pack. So congratulations, Parkland, and look forward to the tour.
Dr. Moore is up next, but I just wanted to say, I think it was May 29th. I said this at the groundbreaking for this facility. May 29th, 2006, I believe it was, around 10 o'clock at night. My cell phone rang. We were in Pana, Illinois. The cell phone reception isn't great there, but Senator Rose, then Representative Rose, was on the phone calling us at 10 o'clock at night, letting us know that the funding for this facility had come through. And I think that speaks to his dedication, his interest in this community and this community college in particular, and we'll always be grateful for that. Thank you, Senator Rose.
Yes, thanks again, Senator Rose, for those comments and, of course, for his continued support of Parkland and our students, and for celebrating with us today. So you've heard the date 2009 mentioned earlier today when Mr. Underwood was speaking. So before today's ribbon cutting, and before the groundbreaking, which was more than 2 years ago, and before the basis of design was delivered 4 years ago, the student union existed in many heads in this room as ideas and ideals. And with the guidance of our obviously very gifted architect partners, we held countless meetings with the future occupants and patrons of the building. Many of those people are here today, in order to identify the objectives and values that would help reveal the eventual design for the building. So representatives from every department currently occupying the building participated in these discussions and imagined how they would conduct their services to students if only they had student-centered facilities. So today's students can also thank their fellow students from some years ago for many of this new building's amenities, because those earlier students attended meetings both before and after hours. Some of them were recently out of high school. Some of them were adults returning to college. Some were student veterans returning to the community. But all of them were aware that they were giving their time and were likely to graduate or transfer before this building would ever be completed. So 5 overarching themes emerged in those meetings, and I want to share those with you now. So as you tour the building after the ribbon cutting, you can evaluate how well we met those 5 goals. So first, we wanted the new building to provide a welcoming new front door to the campus. We wanted community members and prospective students to experience a warm, friendly, accessible welcome to campus, along with a sense of dignity. Next, we wanted the building to exemplify our pride in Parkland College and its place in our community. The building would respect our history and tradition while also conveying our progressive attitude, our status as a premier community college, and our district's strong belief in lifelong learning. The third theme was sustainability, which you heard mentioned a few minutes ago. The materials were to be durable and cost-effective. The maintenance and the life cycle costs were to inform the design phase, and the landscape was to be environmentally friendly. Natural light and a connection to the natural world were priorities. The fourth theme was engagement. Spaces were to be designed that encourage student interaction, engagement, and activity, both informally and through planned programming. The environment, furniture, fixtures, color, art were to be inviting and enriching. And the fifth theme was flexibility and adaptability for current and future needs and rapidly changing technology. We waited a long time for this building. We knew we were only going to get one building that needed to support not only extracurricular activities, which sometimes are noisy, such as speakers, concerts, and competitions, but that also housed quiet space for testing, counseling, study, and the processing of student records. So as you look carefully today as you tour, you will see, for example, a lounge that converts to a book buyback area for the bookstore and a conference room that converts to a stage. So those are the big 5 that we hope you notice and experience today as you tour the new Student Union: a welcoming front door, pride, sustainability, engagement, and flexibility. So now it's my pleasure to introduce one of our current student leaders of today, Abby Vanderkloot, who's Parkland Student Government President from Monticello.
Hello, everyone. I want to thank you all for coming here today to celebrate the new building, and I'm sure you're all excited for some free food. But first, I want to emphasize all the great opportunities the new Student Union has to offer. Student life here to the right is where it's at. With the Wellness Center, student government, and plenty of meeting space for organizations, they have everything to fit your needs. The dining area has many new varieties as well. Say goodbye to the cold pizza and hello to the stone oven that cranks out fresh pizza all day long. And while you sit and enjoy your meal, expect to be entertained with live band music on the new and spacious stage every other week, and many other activities as well. Now, some of you probably remember the old times when student services were scattered all over the A wing and even into the X. But bring on the U wing and everything is in one central location. You can see the bookstore behind us and the assessment center right above student life. Go up these stairs to our left and you will see financial aid, the cashier's office, counseling and advising, disability services, admissions and records, TRIO, the career center, adult reentry, and the dean's office all together in one common area. With all of this new space comes opportunity for programming and new events to arise. And with your help and involvement, I have no doubt that this year will be extremely successful and one to remember. Thank you.
So we're almost there. I know we're running a little long here. Let me finish up with just a couple of final thoughts. I should say that modern, well-designed spaces like this new student union play a major role in our work with students. Certainly strong academic support systems fill an even more vital function towards student success. And that's why, like I promised earlier, I'm happy to announce that over the next 5 years, Parkland College will be receiving more than $2 million from a Title III grant through the Department of Education's Strengthening Institutions program. This federal commitment represents one of the largest national grants in our 47-year history. Under the direction of Dean Pam Lau, our Dean for Academic Services, Parkland will use this Title III grant to launch a 4-component project called Pathways to Accelerate Student Success. This project aims to improve student persistence, retention, and completion. I know faculty and staff at Parkland might be tired of hearing those words, but we say it every day: retention, persistence, and completion rates, especially amongst low-income students here at the college. We will achieve this goal by implementing programs that address 4 major objectives. The first, to improve student success in gateway courses, courses that a student must pass in order to enter a program of study or make progress toward graduation. The second is to move students more rapidly through our pre-college or developmental courses and into those freshman level courses. Third, to expand our very successful first-year experience program and our student success course. And fourth and finally, to increase institutional effectiveness by improving course design and the alignment of institutional effectiveness with academic assessment. And if you don't know what that is, find one of our faculty members and they will tell you what that is with, I'm sure, enthusiasm. So we're enormously pleased to have won this very competitive grant from the Department of Education. A lot of people and a lot of work went into this effort, and congratulations to all of the people at Parkland who worked on it. So this Title III funding enables us to take what we do well in teaching and in student support to the next level of excellence, and that's exactly what Parkland College owes to this community. So again, I would like to extend our thanks to the Board of Trustees for their vision and support throughout this campus planning process. I'd like to thank the Parkland College Foundation. We have 2 foundation board members with us today, Marjorie Williams, the vice chair of the board, and Joan Sensenbrenner, a board member. 2 of our trustees serve on that board, Mr. Ayers and Mr. Knott. Thank you for all that the foundation does. And I believe Executive Director Linda Mayette is here somewhere in the room as well. So if you'd like to leave a donation to keep the paint or the windows clean, she's the person to see. So again, this is a very, very special moment in Parkland College's history, and I could not be more proud of the people that make Parkland College accessible. So thank you for coming today, and thank you for sharing your time with us. We very much appreciate it. Betty Lane.
Did I? Oh, I was going to. Okay.